Hare Krishna. One more time. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Happy Nityananda to all of you.
Hare.
So before I say anything, everyone knows what my next step is. This Lord is and always impact, and it is going to get more, we have more devotees. So this is amazing festivities going on. Everyone wants to take darshan and everyone wants to hear the supply message. So please don't be supported. So you have to make room for everyone, right? We have your announcement, but we'll reserve those announcements for after the class, right? So don't leave the room. The very important announcement that you want to share. So before let's request Mr. Trayodashi to take his rightful place on Vyasasana and share the amazing glories and pastime on this beautiful celebration, amazing most auspicious celebration for Lord Nityananda. So let's welcome His Grace Trayodashi Prabhu with additional prayer, right? 3 times, loudly chanting. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. His Grace Trayodashi Prabhu. Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Tamirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksharavan Mritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Shivamadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Dapadakamalam Sri Guru and Vaishnavascha Sri Rupam Sagrajatala Sagana Raghunathanam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Kanta Namaste Adhakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranami Hari Priya Vanjakalpatarubhyasya Vasasidubhya Evacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shalom, Pangam, Devi, Mithurabhadma, Shivanatmata, Dharma, Sachitanjashya, Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Krishna, Bhutrushmate, Bhaktivedanta, Sanghatana, Namaste Saraswati, Guru, Charana, Session, Namaste, Today, actually tomorrow, we are celebrating Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day. Actually, so we are not going to sing due to time constraint. You know, Nityananda Prabhu. You know, some people may not even know actually. So just in this fast-paced world where externals are very important, where people do not know the goal of life, where people are absorbed in bodily consciousness, and where people focus on only sense enjoyment, especially tongue and other senses. Only very few fortunate souls get to know Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya and get to follow till the end. Huh? So, so, in this ephemeral world, we come only for a few days, but you have so many connections. And in that fast-paced world of temporality, we naturally tend to ignore what is very important. And by the illusion of Maya, by the power of illusion, by the power of Maya, we focus on what is really not important sometimes actually. But few blessed souls, Bahanam Janmanamante Gyanavan Ma Prabhadite Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sammatma Sudurlabha. They understand goal of life is to realize I'm not the body but a spirit soul. To realize I'm spiritual part and parcel of Krishna and engage in service and purify my existence before the elements here merge with the elements outside. Whatever the outer covering, it's nothing but 5 elements: earth, water, fire, and ether. Earth, water, fire, and ether One day it will mix with the outside elements. Vayur anilam amritam yatedam bhasmantam sariram om kratosmara kutasmara kratosmara kutasmara. Isopanishad. When my breath mixes with that breath outside, with the air outside, my fire in the body mixes with the fire outside, the ether in the body mixes with Akash, sky. My Lord, please realize, understand what I have done for you. One devotee said that's not a great prayer because Krishna knows whatever we do. But understanding the inefficiency of people of Kali Yuga, when Krishna himself became a preacher along with his brother, that is the only auspiciousness of Kali Yuga. You know, so other ages, when Krishna came in Dwapar Yuga, he showcased his leelas, very sweet leelas. He staged his pastimes to attract, because those days people were very attracted to that type of leelas, because there were no movies that time. And there were no special effects. But this age, Krishna himself descended first to show how to practice bhakti. Second, to do the prachar, achar and prachar, along with his associates. Krishna Varnam Tisa Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnir Sankirtanar Praya Rajanti Sumedasa. So the first associate is actually Nityananda Prabhu. So we'll skip this. You know, Krishna is Supreme Lord. I took this picture from last year. And Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in the spiritual world, the first expansion of Krishna is Balramji. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives an advertisement to every living entity, not just humans, but other living entities can't understand. Mosquito lives for a week. Insect lives for 1 month. Humans live probably, dog lives for 11 years, cat 7-8 years. So for that type of people, Krishna gives an advertisement from spiritual world. He descends also with his associates. Krishna Varanam Tisa Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yajnir Sankirtaner Praya Rajanti Sumedasa. Krishna and his immediate expansion is actually Balramji. This is Krishna Loka. Golok eva nivasati akilatma bhuta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Vajami. So that Balramji is called Sevaka Bhagavan. Krishna is called Sevya Bhagavan. Krishna receives the service. Balramji performs service. Sankarshana Karanato Sai Garbhoda Sai Chapayoti Sai Seshashesham Sakalasa Nityananda Karamam Saranamustu. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explains in Chaitanya Charitamrita, when Balramji serves, this is Sankarshana. Actually, Lord Shiva comes from Sankarshana. That's why you see Lord Shiva, all the snakes actually. So, Sankarshan is also worshipped by Lord Shiva actually. So, that Sankarshan is actually coming from Balramji. And he serves Krishna, he comes as Mahavishnu also, and he comes as Garbhodaksa Vishnu also, comes as Kshirodaksa Vishnu also. These four, in 4 forms, he serves Krishna in creation. The entire spiritual world is an expansion of Balram. But the 5th one, can you see the snake? Sesha, Ananta Sesha. He helps Krishna in the past tense. When Krishna becomes Ram, the Sesh becomes Lakshman, Ramanuj. He becomes a brother. So the 5th one, Sesh takes part in Krishna's Leela. That Balram is Nityananda Prabhu. मायातीते व्यापि वैकुंठलोके षडस्वरे श्री चतुरोः मध्ये रूपम यशोबद्ध संकर्षणाख्यम तम नित्यानंद नामं प्रपद्ये. So all they are all coming this four, but that Balram is a Nityananda Prabhu himself. You know, so this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Krishna Varnanti sa Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yajnir Sankirtanera Praya Rejati Sumyadisa. That Krishna, he comes, Prabhupada mentions it. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa has written all the literatures how to worship Krishna, that is also Krishna. But Krishna Chaitanya is also Krishna, how to do the whatever is written in the books of Vedavyas, to do the practical, that Krishna Chaitanya is also Krishna. One person came and wrote all the books, Vedic literature, that is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Another person, Krishna Chaitanya, came to do the practical, whatever is written in the books, that is also Krishna. This is all including Krishna Tattva. So, that, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam, because the Kali Yuga is filled with Mayavada, Krishna did not come alone. He came with 5 tattvas. Some people say everything is one. Krishna is telling we are 5. Very interesting. He didn't say we are 2. So one person says everything is one. Madhvacharya said no, everything is not one. Dual, 2. 13th century Madhvacharya would always show like this. Jiva is Jiva, God is God. Jiva can never become God. But Lord Chaitanya said we are not 2, we are 5. This is Krishna Tattva. And this is Balramji, Balram, of course, what is that? Bhaktarupa Swarupa, his expansion of Krishna, his incarnation. This is a Shakti, they both, this is Krishna, these two Vishnu Tattva, this is a Shakti Tattva, this is Jiva Tattva. Very interesting. So 5 people and how many tattvas? 4 tattvas. In this also there is a difference. Is only direct expansion, this is incarnation. So if somebody is telling everything is one, Lord Chaitanya is telling we are 5. So Nityananda Prabhu is actually Swarupa, expansion, Vistar. And Advaita Acharya is Mahavishnu and Sadasiva combined. And Gadadhar Pandit is actually Diti, effulgence of Radharani, Radharani not different from Radharani. And Srivas Thakur is Nardamuni Jiva Tattva. We should know this. There is a Krishna Tattva, there is a Vishnu Tattva, there is a Jiva Tattva, and there is a... Actually, Advaita Acharya, because Sadasiva is there, that way is also, Shiva Tattva is included. So total 5 Tattvas. You say we are not interested in this, we are interested only in Prasad, then you will finish the class, that's a different topic. So you have to bear with me because today is a festival. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Lord Chaitanya has a specific importance here because when Krishna, actually Radha and Krishna, they're eternally separate. They're eternally together. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikrita Rahladani Shakti Rasmat Ekatmanam Api Bhupara Deha Vedavagato Sri Chaitanyakam Prakatapadanata Devam Chikinadam Radha Bhavasvulkam Nami Krishna Swarupam. Yes, Krishna, first of all, the Leelas of Radha and Krishna, they happen under internal energy. We cannot understand with our material minds. Best thing is never focus there. Rather than focusing on Leela, focus on Tattva. So Lord Chaitanya is a combination of Radha and Krishna together. Eternally they are separate, that is Radha and Krishna. Eternally they are united, that is Lord Chaitanya. So Krishna Loka has 2 compartments. One place Krishna performs his unlimited leelas. Purushabodhini Upanishad explains that. Supreme Lord Nitya Leela Rakta. He performs unlimited pastimes with his devotees. He has nothing to do with this material world where there is perpetual death, old age, disease, and disease there. But there is another compartment where Krishna, their combination together, he comes as a devotee, keeps on glorifying Sankirtan with his parshadas, with his associates. So if you like Lord Chaitanya and his movement, you'll go to the second compartment. If you like Krishna, based on your Swarupa, you'll go to this compartment. But that these leelas that have been staged eternally in the spiritual world, what is the benediction of Kali Yuga people? Only one. Kalau dosham ide rajan astiyekon mahan guna. Kali Yuga means ocean of faults. No purity, no chastity. Everyone breaks regulated principles. Everyone is a supporter of more or less a dharma. Very fallen. But one good quality, Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Rajat. Just by chanting the name of Krishna, you'll be liberated. Hare Krishna. Just by chanting the name of Krishna alone, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to go to forest and meditate. You don't need to leave your family. Trust me, yesterday was Ekadasi. Yesterday night I was serving prasad. I saw idli. Hey, today is Ekadasi idli. Devotee said, this is Ekadasi idli. And I was very encouraged to ask that pizza is also Ekadasi pizza. Luckily, pizza was not there. So we are very conditioned to enjoy. All this philosophy is there to hear. But I'll do whatever you want to do. You do whatever you want to say. We will never change. I am honest. Yesterday, the first thing that was over is Ekadasi idli was over. Quinoa every time we take. We want idli prasad, not quinoa prasad. So that is our conditioning. So what is Lord Chaitanya's contribution? He made the process very easy. Yes, last Tuesday, today Sunday, last Tuesday was Advaitacharya Parents' Day. He descended, one of the external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's descent is Advaitacharya's call. In Gautamiya Tantra, there is a verse, I forgot now. And so if you offer tulsi leaves and Ganga water to Krishna, anything you ask, he'll give. Anything you ask, he'll give. You can ask anything, I'm honest. You don't need to hesitate actually. Starting from mango pickle to green card, anything you can ask. So, but if you ask Krishna, he'll give Krishna, he'll give himself also. So very interestingly, Advaita did not have all these problems, immigration problems those days. So what he did, he intensely prayed for Krishna. Everyone was conditioned soul, my Lord, nobody is chanting your name. This is actually literally according to Narayana Upanishad. This age is Sankirtan age. You as Yugavatar descend into this world to promote Sankirtan and liberate all these people. They cannot go to forest and meditate. They don't have time and money to perform yajna. They don't have time to do elaborate deity worship. But they can chant your name easily, please descend. And what he did, he offered tulsi leaves and Ganga water to his saligram. That caused Lord Chaitanya to descend. But elsewhere, 12 years before Lord Chaitanya descended in Radhadesh, Nityananda Prabhu, Balramji already descended. This is actually Ekachakra, and this is Nityananda Prabhu's deity in Ekachakra. 1 year I went there, actually 2 years before COVID time. Flooded, literally lakhs and lakhs of people. I was thinking, hey, this is COVID. I'm the only one wearing mask. Nobody wore mask. And they were very healthy, trust me, they were all healthy. And there was no COVID at all there. I got doubt whether they know COVID or not. So, but they said the festival happens for 1 month and lakhs and lakhs of people, literally crowded. So it's a children fields. So, Nityananda Prabhu, what is that? He appeared in Ekachakra. If you can all remember, jog your memories, with Mahabharata. Pandavas lived in Ekachakra. That's where Bhim killed Bakasur. So that's where Nityananda Prabhu appeared. And The first part is childhood. Parents Adaya Pandit and Padmavati, and he appeared in Ekchakrapur. In his childhood. Now Ekchakra is changing. 20 years ago, just fields, greenery, nothing but fields in between the small temple. A conglomeration of temples. So Nityananda Prabhu would perform so many leelas. Tomorrow and morning and evening, some other devotees will cover those things. So he would perform those leelas, and the parents, they were stunned. How do you know all these things? We never taught you. Like Krishna's birth leela they would do, and Ram leela they would do. One day I'll take one pastime. One day they performed. Nityananda Prabhu was playing the role of Lakshman, and they were performing Ram leela. The boy in the name of Ravan came and threw Shakti Sila weapon on Lakshman, Nityananda Prabhu. Immediately Nityananda Prabhu fainted. And then Nityananda Prabhu, he didn't wake up. They were trying to wake him up. And no breath, lifeless. And everyone started crying actually. They called the parents. Parents came, parents started crying because the boy was not getting up. Then what happened? The boy said, I only threw on him lotus. And as Ravana, I threw this. It touched him and fainted. But one boy got up and said, no, Nityananda Prabhu told this. I'll faint, and Hanumanji should go and bring Sanjeevani. Immediately one boy in the role of Hanuman, he went. On the way, he was stopped by a sage. No, stay here and take my hospitality. No, I have to go and bring Sanjeevani. Nityananda Balramji fainted. Then all right, then take bath in that lake and come back. When Hanumanji went to take bath in that lake, crocodile caught him. But Hanumanji killed that crocodile. But when he came back, the sage became a monster, Rakshas. You killed the crocodile, but you cannot kill me. Actually, that guy was defeated by Ravana to stop Hanumanji from bringing this Sanjeevani. Hanuman killed him also in that lila. He went and brought Sanjeevani. This boy brought the Sanjeevani and gave it to Sushen, and Sushen put that herb at the nose of Nityananda Prabhu, playing the role of Lakshman. When he got up, everyone had a sigh of relief. He said, how do you know? We never taught this. You're hardly 4 or 5-year-old boy. He said, these are my leelas. So, so there is a first part of his life performing this leelas that he enacted in the previous lives. But then part 2, at the age of 12, one day, one Brahman, one sannyasi comes to his home, asking, parents gave him hospitality. But on the day of leaving, he says to Adaya Pandit, I'm traveling to all these places of pilgrimage. I need an assistant. Can you please give your son? Adaya Pandit said, you're asking something, you're asking my life. But I cannot say no to you because we are trained to serve the guests. He went and asked his wife Padmavati. She said, whatever my lord you do is fine with me. And when Vishwamitra Muni came, Dasharatha would not give Ram, but he gave, knowing very well this will do good to Ram. He sent Ram with Vishwamitra. So, though it was painful to him, he gave Nityananda Prabhu to that sannyasi. When people came to know that sannyasi left, then the few astrologers in the Ekchakra came and said, they read all the Shastras and said, it is written in the Shastras, Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead will take birth in this area. And it is him. You have sent him. We will send our children, but don't send him back. They went everywhere to search, but they could not find him. Adaya Pandit was heartbroken. And before his mother was heartbroken. But before leaving, Nityananda Prabhu gave a deity, Muralidhar deity, Murali Gopal, to his mother. You can see me. Whenever she would worship him, she would see Nityananda Prabhu in that. But father couldn't bear the separation from his son. In 3 months, he left the world. And Mother Padmavati also followed the footsteps of her husband. She couldn't bear the separation. She also left the world. Then practically Ekchakra became deserted. Everyone left the Ekchakra actually. So Nityananda Prabhu traveled with sannyasi for a while. Then he was on his own. Very interesting. He never preached. Lord Chaitanya also did not preach. Why? Without Guru's permission, you cannot preach. So finally, Lord Chaitanya went to Gaya and received initiation from Ishwarapuri. Then he came and he manifested. He manifested his leelas, earthly leelas, as Lord Chaitanya. That time Nityananda Prabhu was in Vrindavan, Sringaravat. He was in he was in Sringaravat. Today it's called Nityananda Vat, very close to Radhakund. How many of you visited Sringaravat place, Nityananda Prabhu's place? Anyone remember? One, two, few. So that's where he stayed. It's very close to Radhakund actually. Then one day he heard a voice. He heard a voice, Krishna, who descended as Lord Krishna Chaitanya, he started enacting, he inaugurated Sankirtan movement. Now you go. When he heard the celestial voice, immediately what he did, he left. Actually, because of time constraint, I didn't speak. But Nityananda Prabhu traveled from north to south. Entire India he traveled. Finally, he stayed in Vrindavan. And he was performing his leelas. Then he heard this voice. Then he moved to Navadvip. Actually, on the way, I forgot to mention. On the way, when he came to Pandharpur, he received initiation. This Lakshmipati Tirtha was a spiritual master in the lineage of Madhvacharya. So Lakshmipati Tirtha was a great devotee of Balramji. One day, Lakshmipati Tirtha had a dream. Balram came in his dream and said, tomorrow, one boy will come to you and ask for initiation. You initiate him. Lakshmipati Tirtha stayed in Brahman's home. Few days before that, already Nityananda Prabhu was in his home, in that Brahman's home. So Lakshmipati Tirtha, when he got that, when he had the dream where Balramji came and told him, Lakshmipati Tirtha agreed. So next day morning when he woke up, that boy was none other than Nityananda Prabhu. He started serving him. And he said, he asked for initiation, please initiate me. And Lakshmipati Tirtha gave him initiation. And when he was very attracted to the boy, and he could not leave him. But the next day Nityananda Prabhu left. And that night Lakshmipati Tirtha had another dream where Balramji came and he transformed himself into Nityananda Prabhu. And that's when he understood. He initiated none other than, the person initiated is none other than Balramji himself. But already Nityananda Prabhu left. Since then, Lakshmipati Tirtha throughout his life floated in the ocean of ecstasy and eventually went back to spiritual world. In his travels, another important thing is actually he met Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri also disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha. And Madhavendra Puri is the connection, our connection to Madhva Sampradaya and Gaudiya Sampradaya is the connection, the seed of love of God in the spirit, in this material world. But is a Kalpa Vriksha in the spiritual world, who brought prema to this world. So during his travel, suddenly he came across Madhavendra Puri. And when they're both God brothers, Madhavendra Puri was also initiated by Lakshmipati Tirtha. Nityananda Prabhu was also initiated by Madhavendra Puri. initiated by Lakshmi Patyartha. They locked up in embrace and they were rolling on the ground hours and hours and hours. That is love. And they were locked up in the embrace for so many hours. The disciples do not know what to do. Madhavendra Puri said, and then the culmination, the epitome of my travel is meeting Nityananda Prabhu. I have never seen anyone having that type of love of God. And Madhavendra Puri, Nityananda Prabhu felt so elated to be with Madhavendra Puri. They would discuss Krishna Katha, and they would roll in they would roll in ecstasy. So when two people come and talk about Krishna, Satarati Satarati Lokam Starayati, devotees come together and talk about Krishna, then your mind will not give you trouble. Then we are in the spiritual world. What brings us to this material world, material platform? Mind. When there is an intense kirtan, then you transcend mind. That is spiritual world. But the moment it is over, you come down. When you come down, mera tera, I me mine. It is yours, this is mine. That's mind. That is duality. But when you are above that, unlimited ocean of bliss. No? So, but eventually, by the power of, they had to carry their activities. Madhavendra had to carry his activities of preaching. He left. So Nityananda Prabhu, then he came to Sringaravat. That's when he heard of Sringaravat of Vrindavan, very close to Radhakonda. Then he heard a voice. He declared, in Krishna Chaitanya inaugurates Sankirtan movement of place. So when he heard that, immediately Nityananda Prabhu came to the people. This temple, Nandanacharya's home. Every statement has a 1 hour story actually. And because of the time constraint, I cannot. So that's where Lord Chaitanya meets first time Nityananda Prabhu. But few days before, Lord Chaitanya said, very great personality is going to come and join us. And he inaugurated Sankirtan movement, but he was a little sad that his brother was not there. And Lord Chaitanya one day said, yesterday night I had a dream. This person came on a chariot, celestial chariot. He is effulgent like million moons. So beautiful. And, his flag is, what is that? Palm tree. The sign of a palm tree was there on his flag. He was holding plow and mace in his hands. And they asked me, is this the house of Nimai Pandit? I said, yes. Who are you? Oh, brother, I am your brother. We'll meet tomorrow. So then he told Haridas Thakur and one more, Shiva. So he told devotees, go around Navadip, find out. They searched for 9 hours, they couldn't find out. They came back, we couldn't find out. Lord Chaitanya said, Nityananda is mysterious. And we straight away took them to Nandanacharya's home. There Nityananda was sitting in Virasan, cross-legged posture, deeply absorbed in Krishna Leela. Then Lord Chaitanya told Mukunda to sing. And he started singing from Srimad Bhagavatam, the beauty of Krishna. This verse actually, Barapida, Natoro, Karnayo, Karnikaram, Vibratva, Sakanakapisam, Vajinta Chamaram. Randhran Vendradra Sudyo, Purian Goku Vrinday, Vrindarian, Supramanam, Purushat Gita. When he started speaking about the beauty of Krishna, Nityananda became agitated, started rolling on the ground, tears were cascading from his eyes. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Then he came before Lord Chaitanya, and eye to eye first time. So he was actually, he was He was feeling his body. He was tasting it, you know. He was feeling Lord Chaitanya's grace in his entire presence. And Lord Chaitanya was agitated. He was jumping up in the sky. Lord Chaitanya embraced him and calmed him down. This thing happened in the house of Nandanacharya. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was actually, you know, Supreme Personality of Godhead. He inaugurated Sankirtan movement. Then Nityananda Prabhu is his eternal associate. And one day, Lord Chaitanya told Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, Suno suno Nityananda, suno Haridas, Sarvatra Amaragnya Koro Prakash, Prati Gare Gare Niya Koro Ye Bhiksha, Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Koro, Krishna Siksha. Can you believe Krishna is giving an order? Hey, go door to door and beg one thing. What? Only one mantra, Hare Krishna. Wow. We don't need anything. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. That's what he's asking them to beg. Not money, not gold or anything. Just make them chant one mantra. Why? This mantra it is a Golokir Primadana Harinama Sankirtan. This mantra has descended. This has penetrated the outer covering in this universe, descended directly from Krishna Loka. Not any other mantra. Vedic culture has so many mantras. The day I understood this, I gave up everything. I was also so many in my room, so many pictures. Picture 1 to picture N. Because out of this, one person will give me a job. One person will give me spouse. One person will give whatever I ask. I don't have faith in all of them. 20 pictures. And you know, South Indian background, I know those verses also. That chalisa, this chalisa, that stuti, this stotra. Oh. But the day I understood the goal of life is to get all these things is to be happy. And that happens with self-realization if you get rid of all the impurities. Then actually I gave up everything and settled here. Never looked back. You know? So, you all have chanted one mantra. With my faith, I'm telling you, one day you'll go back to Godhead. Because Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahotopayat. Nehabhakam nashasti pratyavaya navidyate. So if you inculcate, hey, Putana came to kill Krishna, but did little service. Krishna took that one thing. Putana went back to Godhead. And Putana went back to Godhead. There is a hope for everyone. Right? And more than anything, Nityananda Prabhu is magnanimous. There are personalities here much more becoming scary than Putana. So, he said, why? Today morning I told, I had a conference call. Balram ji, he said during Mahabharat war, I will not, for me Kauravas and Pandavas are same. Oh, very interesting. For you Kauravas and Pandavas are same. Pandavas are suffering like anything and Duryodhana is the epitome of Gali. But very interesting, Duryodhana loved him. I asked this question yesterday evening to some people. I'm asking all of you. What qualification Duryodhana has that Balramji loved Duryodhana very much? What is that? Most fallen. Duryodhana had only one quality. He is most fallen. If you think I am most fallen, immediately Balram Nityananda says, come, accepted. You say I am very pure. So I'll test your purity, stand there. This is the one reason why Srila Prabhupada came to New York. Prabhupada could have gone to some remote village in North Carolina, could have gone to some remote village in any part of America. Why New York? most fallen. So when it rains, low-lying areas are flooded, not the hills are flooded. I'm gonna agree. So if you think when the rain of mercy is coming, मैं तो गिरा हुआ आदमी हूँ, मेरे पास कुछ ही नहीं, बोलने के लिए. Say Krishna says, okay, you'll get the mercy. If we think we have something, all we have is a breath that can be removed at any moment. I told this 10 times so far. All the Hollywood stars celebrated Happy New Year, Happy New Year. They were very rich. They have so much money. And whatever enjoying, they're enjoying that liquor, this liquor. It was going on the YouTube. Within 2 weeks, they don't know they'll be homeless. And another part of California, Wichita, Kansas, these young boys, because the death comes only in a 78-year-old. My grandfather is still there. We are champions. They were also enjoying this New Year celebration, but they don't know in 1 month to come, I'll not be there. I'll meet at the flight accident, and my picture will go into the frames. They don't know. My request to all of you, if they don't know, we also don't know. Not that we know. What is that we can carry with us? My request to you, take it up, even if you do not know. If you know it, take it up firmly. If you do not know, take it up more firmly, because this is the grace. Causeless grace. Causeless mercy. Nityananda Prabhu went door to door. Balramji, why I am telling this? Prabhupada came to New York for that reason. Most fallen. Balramji did not preach to elite students of MIT. He didn't preach to elite students of University of Connecticut or Columbia University of New York or NYU University of New York. He preached to drug addicts. He took all his karma. There may be many people, many saints could be. But Prabhupada is hippies, all those rock bands, they say, Swamiji is the one who stayed with us. He ate our food and he changed us. Our life is for him. And he changed them. In the history of mankind, nobody from India came and transformed drug addicts in 2 months and made them give up alcoholism, drug addiction, and made them give up tea and coffee, made them give up all, what to speak of alcohol, made them give up meat eating, including onion, garlic, made them give up illicit relationships, made them give up gambling. It has never happened in the history of mankind. Srila Prabhupada achieved it in 2 months. If you find some other guru better than this, you can go there. But if you find he is the ultimate, stay here. I'm going to agree. Then if you like it, then give it to others. Brothers and sisters, chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Nityananda Prabhu, this is one of the epitome of his pastimes. One day Nityananda Prabhu with his friend Haridas Thakur, he said, sometimes we do these dramas and Jagai Madai, we show them as a very funny characters. They are not funny characters. For them, rape is common. After raping, they'll kill also. That lady, the girl. For them, killing is common. For them, burning the homes are common. They're the murderers, rapists, and plunderers. And anybody from Navadvip, if their shadow falls on them, they would jump in Ganga and take bath. No girl can go alone before them. No man can go alone before them. So whichever area they were there, people will go in groups with fear. When nobody is there, they would beat themselves because they like that. They are in the category of Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Shishupal and Dantavakra, because that's they descended. That's why they're in that category. Nityananda Prabhu said, if these people change, the world will come to know the glory of Lord Chaitanya. And he said, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna, Siksha, Krishna Mata, Krishna Vita, Krishna Pranada. Oh, brothers, please chant the name of Krishna. Learn about Krishna. You know, sing the glories of Krishna because he's our father, he's our mother, and he's our life savior. Hare Krishna. No one has ever dared to come close. You are speaking to us on the top of it. You are instructing us to do something. Catch him. Kill him. And they started running. Then Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, hey, you're really crazy. You know, why did you disturb them? That day, you know, they were, when I was beaten in 24 marketplaces, Krishna saved me. Today, because of your improper behavior, you are going to die. Nityananda Prabhu said, as they were running, I am not crazy. Our boss is crazy. The person he told, go door to door. Balramji, because when he went to Naimisharanya, Ramarshna didn't get up when he was in Bhagavatam class. Balramji, for such a tiny deficiency of etiquette, he became angry and killed him with a blade of grass. But when he came as same Balramji came as Nityananda Prabhu, he put the blade of grass in his mouth. Means humility, sir. एक माला नहीं, एक बार जप करो. एक माला बहुत है. You know, one time. Wow. So, when somebody would open the door, you would fall at their feet. Thank you for opening the doors. Anybody new here? Thank you very much for coming. Our humblest obeisances to your Lord's feet. Very grateful. But chant one mantra. So, Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur were running. These people were drunkard. They were fully drunk. They couldn't run. He went home. And Lord Chaitanya said, every day they had to give report to Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya said, when they told about Jagai Madai, if I see them, I'll invoke my Sudarshan Chakra and cut off their heads. Then Haridas Thakur went and told Advaita Acharya, my preaching partner is very unpredictable. You know, we go door to door to preach, suddenly he sees a cow, he goes underneath the cow and drinks all the milk. And the owner comes, he runs away and they catch me. And during rainy season, he jumps in the waters and he plays with crocodiles. Very interesting. Crocodiles also play with him. But of course, I never tried to jump. And sometimes he sees a young girl, say, will you marry me? And that girl will go and tell the father, parents, and he will run away. Today, what he did, he went and preached to these drunkards. And they almost killed us. Advaita Acharya said, drunkards always want to associate with the drunkards. He is intoxicated with the love of God. So he wants to associate with them. Because of his prayers, very soon they will be with us. Transformed. You know? So what is that? Same thing happened. Next day he went alone. Made sure Haridas Thakur was not there with him. Brothers chant. Cut the story short. Madai picked up a pot. This is a pot 500 years ago. Liquor pot. And Madai was very proud of killing people in one shot. Smashed Nityananda Prabhu's head. Interesting. Nityananda Prabhu was Balramji. Nothing happened. Nityananda Prabhu was bleeding. Brothers, no problem. Chant Hare Krishna once. That's a preacher. Preaching is not downloading information. I should change myself. I should get rid of my envy. I should get rid of my greed and pride. And why these qualities are separating me from Krishna? Birth after birth. Let me change it today. Tomorrow will never come. Let me change today. What is that we are separating from? That natural, eternal Krishna Prema. Nityananda Prabhu was willing to go through this whole episode of being beaten up only so that it serves as a reminder. Lord Chaitanya had to leave his mother and took sannyas and leave his wife only to preach. That serves as a reminder too. Srila Prabhupada had to leave everything at the age of 70, come to America with 2 heart attacks, seasickness, with no money. Loitering in the streets of Bowery, Lower East Side, Manhattan. Only preach to people, make the lives of people auspicious. If we understand, we not only seriously follow, then Lord Chaitanya came. People told him they are killing Nityananda Prabhu. Lord Chaitanya said, Chakra came. Nityananda Prabhu said, you want to kill them? In this world, more or less, everyone is Jagai Mata hai. You are not here to kill them. Kill their sinful propensities. Actually, Jagai is the one who stopped him. Then Nityananda Lord Chaitanya said, oh, he stopped you? He saved you? He stopped Madan? And Lord Chaitanya embraced him, took all the sins. And Nityananda Prabhu told him, whatever mercy you give him to Madai also. Lord Chaitanya said, no. He offended you. Lord Nityananda Prabhu said, I forgive him. I have a request for all of you. If you do not forgive, we will not be forgiven. When we don't forgive others, we are holding that burden in our hearts. Our heart will be burning with like a volcano of whatever you may be. What is that? Somebody might have derided you. Somebody might have criticized you. Chodona, forgive them. You will get Krishna's mercy today. Forgive them. Nityananda Prabhu said, I already forgave him. Wow. Vaishnava means forgiveness. But if you harbor all of those episodes, this world is designed to frustrate everyone. And not that you're eternally happy. Nobody's eternally happier. Without forgiveness and forgetfulness, there is no relationship in this world. How many times should we forgive? Christianity says 7 times. 7 times? Jesus said 7 into 7, 49 times. Nityananda Prabhu says 49 times? 4 billion times. Nityananda, that is Nityananda Prabhu. Forgiveness. And Lord Chaitanya embraced both of them, took all their sins. And Yamaraj fainted when he saw this unparalleled mercy. Because all the records that were created, by Chitragupta, recording their sins, they were all burnt off. They were liberated. What to speak of liberation? They attained the love of God. And Lord Chaitanya told devotees, you should never speak of their past. And he told them, you should never go back to your past. Every saint has a past, every sinner has a future. Yes, we are all sinful in the past lives. But in the promising future, how and why? Because of their causeless mercy. Till yesterday you did wrong, today you stop. You'll get the mercy today. You'll get Lord Chaitanya's Nityananda Prabhu's mercy today. But we should not resort to the old methods. And then Lord Chaitanya at the age of 24, he took sannyas. That time Nityananda Prabhu was 36. He was a constant associate. Then Nityananda Lord Chaitanya went to Puri. And 24 years Lord Chaitanya spent in Puri. The first 6 years he traveled. The first 6 years he traveled. 2 years to South India. And then he told, every year people from Navadvip, they would come 4 months. Then they would attend Rath Yatra and see the pastimes. Then 1 year, Lord Chaitanya told Nityananda, don't come. You don't come. You stay there and preach. You stay there and preach. But Lord Chaitanya, the 18 years he stayed in, 6 years he traveled, but 18 years he stayed in Jagannath Puri. The last 12 years he became very internal. Prema rasa nirhasa korite aswadan, ragamarga bhakti loke korite pracharan. So he came to experience Radha Bhav and the nights in the association of Ramanandra and Suradhar Goswami. He would experience that. The last 12 years he was very internal. But he told Nityananda Prabhu to preach. He also told Nityananda Prabhu to get married. So the last lap of life, Nityananda Prabhu came and he preached. And the age of 48, Lord Chaitanya, one day he disappeared, entered into the deity of Tota Gopinath, and Lord Chaitanya disappeared. But he already had, Nityananda Prabhu had already had an order. He already had an order. So Nityananda Prabhu, actually no, in between, in the 6 years, Lord Chaitanya came back 2 times. One time he tried to go to Vrindavan, but he went up to Ramkeli. He met Rupa and Sanatana Goswami and he came back. But there, and another time he went, second time he tried to go to Vrindavan, even Navadip. This time, millions and millions and millions of people. Where were they coming from? Nityananda Prabhu preaching. Nityananda Prabhu preached so vigorously. I'm sorry for this. He preached vigorously, and wherever Lord Chaitanya went, the second time he went, Lord Chaitanya went to the brother of Sarvam Bhattacharya. Sarvam Bhattacharya's brother Swami went. There millions. Then people were telling we want his audience. Then Lord Chaitanya disappeared from there and he went to Kulia. And everyone went there. There also lakhs and lakhs of people. Where they were all, so no, because of the preaching actually, obviously. And Lord Chaitanya forgave everyone. And Nityananda Prabhu preaching, I'll take only 5 minutes. Who made Raghunath into Raghunath Das Goswami? It's Nityananda. A billionaire son, who made a billionaire son into a Prayojanacharya. Eventually, few years later, you would see Radharani live. And he would become Prayojanacharya, like a pillar in our, like Saint Francis in Christian tradition. I'm not comparing people from all over the world. And for this Mondays, I'm comparing people from Christian from all over the world. They go to Assisi to see Saint Francis, that room he was confined. But Nityananda parents are trillion, like Prabhupada says their income those days is a 1.2 million, sorry, 800,000 gold coins a year. Wow. That is father's income. But he gave up everything. People now, the Vaishnavas from all over the world go to see that home where Nityananda Prabhu was confined. Where Raghunath Das Goswami was confined. But how? Today everyone looks for money. We had everything. It is the Paniyati festival. This year we have decided to celebrate in a big way. We are doing it in a small way. But this year we may officially marked in the calendar. That Paniyati festival of Chiradahi festival. Hundreds and hundreds of people came. How? Just if you serve Guru and under his order, please devotees, nothing is impossible. That's the story. I recently actually went to Paniyati. Amazing, same place like Bank of Ganga, ditto. I heard lakhs of people come every year during this festival. So Nityananda Prabhu blessed. Actually, before that, Raghunath Das Goswami met Lord Chaitanya. But Lord Chaitanya, interestingly, eventually he said, so when Lord Chaitanya said, eventually you'll get the mercy. What is it eventually? Eventually you'll meet Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu. He'll bless you. Then only you will make spiritual progress. All right. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Lord Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu blessed him. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when he went to, and he told him in the dream, you go to Vrindavan, everything good will happen to you. When Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami came to Vrindavan, he was 90 plus. And he was one of the students of Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami would give class on Gaur Lila every day on the banks of Radhakund. Nityananda Prabhu blessed Raghunath Das Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu also blessed Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. And Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, I'm a patient of arthritis because my extremely old age, I cannot see. My hands are not steady. But my pen is moving. The person, glorifies Lord Chaitanya, he is making me write. My pen is moving. So that is grace, And who introduced Rupa and Sanatana Goswami to Lord Chaitanya? It's Nityananda Prabhu. Who showed the entire spiritual world of Navadvip to Jiva Goswami? It's Nityananda Prabhu. And very important, I'll take only, can I take 2 minutes and finish it? I'm done. Nityananda Prabhu, actually, because Lord Chaitanya told him one day Nityananda Prabhu went to Navadvip. Lord Chaitanya delivered Saram Bhattacharya, a great scholar and Astan Pandit, guru of Saram, Pratapdar Maharaj. He also transformed Prakasana Saraswati, the leader of all the Mayavadis in Kashi. But Nityananda Prabhu transformed dacoits. He would transform beggars, not beggars, dacoits, people who are cruel. One day Lord Nityananda Prabhu went to Hiranya Pandit's home. Very interesting. Nityananda Prabhu had a very different types of preaching. Whenever he would go to some new places, he would wear a very costly jewelry. Because everyone would see him. So it happened. So when he went to Hiranya Pandit's home, he wore a costly jewelry. But dacoit chief saw that. He called all his friends. He shook hands with everyone. Congratulations. What happened? Our problems are eternally solved. How? I saw this Gosai, Avadut. He has a lot of jewelry on his body. Even if you take earrings, that's enough. Then one person said, I will take that necklace. Another person said, I'll take the choker. Another person said, I'll take that, and so the bracelets. Another person said, I'll take the ankle bells. Our problem solved. Congratulations, congratulations. We are blessed by Mother Durga and Chandi. That, and it's a wonderful opportunity. Great. So Nityananda trick perfectly worked. Then at 8 o'clock, they went to, with all the weapons, they went. When they went, there were so many people. And one guy went and said, Nityananda was taking lunch. This many people, if we attack, it's a problem. So what should we do? We'll wait. Wait. When Nityananda Prabhu's grace, what happened? Nidra Devi occupied them and they fell asleep. When they fell asleep, finally they woke up. It was already morning, sun rose. Hey, get up, get up, get up. If anybody sees us, they start fighting each other. You are the reason for sleep. You are the reason for sleep. The dacoit chief said, nobody is the reason. Only one reason. We did not worship our Chandi and take her blessings. That's why this thing happened. No problem. For the success to happen, let us go and worship Chandi, Durga. They all went and worshipped Durga. And next day, they came with weapons fully ready, 8 o'clock. When they came, there were soldiers standing in Nityananda Prabhu's home. One soldier can beat 100 people, 100 dacoits. Happened. This Avadut Nityananda, he hired all these soldiers to protect his money. No. The chief said, some king might have come to visit this Avadut. These gods might have come with him. But this is good only because this king might have given a lot of money to Nityananda. That is even good for us. No problem. We'll come after a few days. They will go anyway. Every day they would come, they were there, gods. One day their gods were not there. Great, that king might have left. And again, they planned next day they came ready. But then what happened? On the order of Nityananda, Indra sent torrential rains. So it was freezing cold, and suddenly they became blind. In that blindness, they fell in that ditch, and they were bitten by leeches, scorpions. So they were crying like anything. In that state, the dacoit chief had a realization. Hey, this person is not ordinary. We are doing wrong thing. The next day, they went and surrendered to Nityananda. When they all came in, everyone is looking at them because everyone knows they are dacoits. But Nityananda said no. Nityananda accepted all of them, reached to them, initiated them, and made them into a traveling Sankirtan party. You guys have tried, used to travel and steal. Now you travel and steal the hearts of people by inducing them to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. That also played role in the Narottam Thakur's life. And when Lord Chaitanya disappeared and entered into the deity of Dodagopinath, then he came back to Ekchakra, and he found this deity Bankim Rai, Krishna. And one day he couldn't bear the separation from Lord Chaitanya. 6 years later, he entered into the deity and he disappeared. And few years later, his wife Jahanamata, she also entered into the same deity and she disappeared. So that's why this is Krishna, this is Radharani, but this side is actually was Jahanamata. So I could have told my other devotees will cover tomorrow morning and tomorrow evening. I tried my best. This work I have spoken, I think. Thank you very much. My only request is please. Actually, now our Rasikabu Bro was telling, quoting Radha Govind Maharaj, don't waste human life. So many times in my childhood, cricket match, 50 hours in the morning, 50 hours in the evening, we'd watch. Next 1 week, purport. Why India lost, why India won. So then those people died actually, literally. In some movies we would watch, and his mind is filled with contamination, same songs. But the people, the heroes and heroines who contaminate my mind, they already died. But the contamination is there in my mind. Past 20, this many decades, I'm trying to get rid of when I understood the rarity of human life, I'm trying to get rid of those impurities. With one regret, I wasted my life. So my request to all of you, please, whatever we did in the past, we cannot do anyway. But from today, let us make our life serious. You don't need to give 10 hours. Schedule definitely works better. If you take a vow, I don't know so much about his glories. I never read Chaitanya Charitamrita. I never read Nityananda Lilamrita. I never read Bhagavatam. Forget about anything. I never read Bhagavad Gita full, first page to last page. Many people will be there here. How many of us did not read first page, last page of Bhagavad Gita? How many of us didn't read first page to last page of Bhagavatam? What to speak of Chaitanya Charitamrita? But put my faith not on me, but Srila Prabhupada, who came to America with 40 rupees, but in 12 years he created a revolution. If you take up with such seriousness, half an hour to begin with. 20 years later, you will take, that day I went there, 20 years later I'm 68 or 58. I don't have to worry. My brother is gone, he's already 70. This is gone. But I have this hope. Nityananda Prabhu's hope. I request you please take it up. Thank you very much. Very grateful. Spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as a humble servant. Very grateful for patient. Nityananda Ram ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Panchatattva ki, Nanda Gopijanal Bhagwan ki, Dayapat Pawan Varar Bhagwan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.